Catherine and Jonathan Allen, when the two of you look at this case, you look at it as a lawyer. Jonathan, you were in the courtroom as an experienced reporter. Talk to me about the politics of it. What is your takeaway? You've been a national political reporter for so many years. We've seen new polling from NBC today that, 50% of the people think that he's getting a fair shake.
Well, I think, number one, just in reference to what Chris was saying about covering the White House, you see this incredible bringing down of Donald Trump from that ornate, beautiful White House. This courtroom, I know most folks don't get to look inside it. Looks like a 1950s junior high school. It's got wood paneling halfway up the wall, marks all over it. Got these big wooden pews like you're in, in some sort of movie church, I guess. And here's Donald Trump walking into the middle of this place. There's almost not enough room for the security that he needs around him in terms of the Secret Service, in terms of 6 or 7 police officers in the courtroom. And just watching him be brought down to that level has got to be not only for him something that's difficult, but something truly shocking for the jurors. And I think it's a great benefit to him politically that the cameras are not in the courtroom right now. I know he thinks that he would like to be making a show for the cameras, but I think that this is not a good political look for him sitting there like any other defendant.
We do know from some of the polling that's been done previously, Jonathan Alter, that the polls have moved, that more people say it would make a difference to them whether or not he was convicted, on whether they would vote for him. We're not at that stage yet, but I do want you to pick up on what Jonathan just said, which is really about the perception of this man who was at the pinnacle of power, the leader of the free world, now in a courtroom. These details are salacious, and the people that I'm thinking about are not his supporters. They're not the people who are very happy to see Donald Trump in a court of law. They're that small number of people he addressed today in states like Georgia who will ultimately decide this election. Do you think that imagery matters?
And those suburban women who are going to see all this kind of testimony.
Totally. Yes, it totally matters. But just even aside from the facts of the case, the split screen right now is not good for Trump. So you have Joe Biden carrying on what he calls kitchen table conversations. That's how his campaign describes it. Him talking to ordinary voters in battleground states about issues that are important to the American people. The table that Donald Trump is at is the defense table. And his conversations are whispers to lawyers, and he can't get out of there. He's trapped. In some ways, he's already in confinement. He's confined to this dingy courtroom with horrible bathrooms that have graffiti on, the wastebaskets, and that he defines as disgusting. That's where he has to spend 4 days a week for the next 5, 6, 7 weeks. It's a bad look for him. It's really bad for his spirit. He just looks like such an unhappy camper when he walks in and out of court. And I obviously the outcome is what will determine the final, political verdict on this trial will depend on whether there's a hung jury or a conviction. Almost nobody believes there'll be an acquittal, which would take all 12 jurors. Almost nobody thinks that that's possible, including Trump's lawyers. So, we won't know the full political impact for a little more than a month. But right now, it is not a good look for Donald Trump. He can't call Joe Biden Sleepy Joe anymore. He's falling asleep in the courtroom himself. So that line against Biden is dead.
Hey everyone, MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.